Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to our event this year. So EuroACE, we are mainly concerned, as you know, about energy efficiency in buildings, and at the present time here in Brussels, the hot topic is...
From the outset, EuroACE was a very different sort of organisation from trade bodies which had existed in Brussels at that time. I suppose you could have called us a grouping of like-minded companies who made energy-saving products for buildings and who shared a common mission, and we were in a hurry. What got us together was a policy document that had emerged from the Commission. It was looking at carbon and energy savings potentials in Europe, and it completely ignored the building sector. We decided we didn't want rules, we didn't want to constitute ourselves into a formal organisation, we didn't even want a hierarchy. We started at a time when technology was moving in our favour for that sort of grouping. Email had only really just emerged. It sounds incredible now to say that. So although we were operating in different countries in Europe, we were able to communicate much more readily and rapidly. The group of companies would meet in the premises of anyone, usually Brussels-based, who was available. We each contributed financially to fund a lobbyist, Andrew Warren.
Andrew was the main political advisor, and also he was very connected to Fiona Hall, who was the MEP who was the rapporteur of the second EPBD. And Andrew had already developed a lot of messaging and work through EuroACE, which was the model for EuroACE to start with.
If you to ask me what was one of the most significant moments in the development of EuroACE, I would say when Andris Piebalgs was appointed the Energy Commissioner. Prior to him, the Energy Directorate had been focused very much on the demand side. When Andris Piebalgs took up post, we invited him very early on to a EuroACE meeting, and we were delighted that he accepted the invitation. And we quickly established a rapport and an understanding that this was a different type of commissioner who did see energy efficiency as a priority and did see buildings as being the key to delivering those energy efficiency policies. Things moved very positively from that point. If you were to ask me what was a significant achievement of EuroACE, certainly in the early years, I would say it was the first Energy Performance of Buildings Directive. Up to then, there had been no legislation, no directive specifically aimed at buildings and energy efficiency. EuroACE, and Andrew particularly, were instrumental in persuading the institutions to draft and implement a directive on the energy performance of buildings. The Commission and the institutions we were dealing with wanted to meet with the President or send a formal document to a particular address. And so we realised that we had to sort of make some sort of move to becoming more conventionally institutionalised. We felt that we should have some permanent premises, and Eurema kindly offered us the use of an office at their building in Avenue Louise. And we appointed Amanda Afifi to run that office. At that point, we'd succeeded in achieving a number of key objectives, and we thought that it was the right time to look 5 years ahead and see what we should be doing in the future. What emerged from that was actually the proposal to set up Renovate Europe. Renovate Europe has now taken off, it's established itself, and it's been a successful policy decision that emerged from that strategic review. We decided we would appoint a full-time Secretary General. We offered the post to Adrian. The rest, you could say, is history, supplemented by Caroline shortly afterwards.
By April 2014, Member States must establish long-term strategies for mobilizing investments in the renovation of the national building stock.
Once Adrian really started as a Secretary General, he got himself quite well known from early on. That was one of the objectives, developing on from Amanda. And one of the great achievements was that he got along very well with the Greek presidency at the time. We managed to get the display energy certificate project to do a huge one, which we then hung out outside the Charlemagne building.
I hope you've all seen outside the energy performance certificate.
And it said Renovate Europe campaign at the bottom. So this was a great achievement again.
Today it counts 38 partners, both companies and associations, supporting it and contributing to its actions. Among these partners, we have partners from 10 member states of the European Union, and we are working to consolidate support at national.
After the first success of the Renovate Europe Day, then it was decided it was going to be an annual event. And at one of the first ones, then Caroline Simpson came with the great idea to have these helmets. And everyone at that RA Day had this helmet on their seat.
For me, this campaign is concrete. It's very, very real.
And it was nearing the 100 MEPs mark. So I had the idea to make a golden helmet. So the 100th MEP would get a golden helmet. The Romanian MEP made a big splash of it herself with the media present and with a bit of an event in the middle of the Parliament cafe, and she was wearing the golden helmet.
Energy efficiency is the highest impact measure governments can take to save energy. And buildings represent the greatest potential sector for energy savings in the European Union.
EuroACE achieved one hell of a lot. It evolved incredibly from the loose federation, informal grouping of companies of 20 years ago. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment, and I look back on my time with EuroACE with both a sense of achievement and pride and just affection for great times and wonderful people that I worked with.
10 years ago, we were still discussing if the near-zero energy building concept could be practical at some point, and soon it is going to be a reality. Soon also we expect a boost in renovation with stronger long-term renovation strategies in member states. In French, we say on n'a pas tous les jours 20 ans. So it is nice to celebrate, but it is also nice to reflect back and think ahead. We need to be ambitious. We need to build on the positive dynamics and the collaborative mindset that we have practiced so far, which is the key to success. Not all the roads will lead to Paris, and for that we need to engage more at all levels, including with the local leaders, including learning from outside Europe. I believe that our cause can really build bridges between what is discussed here in Brussels and European citizens. Because citizens, they want comfort, they want low energy build, and they want peace of mind. And this is really what energy efficiency can bring to them.